Technology is pushing from every direction, getting faster with each passing second. Prepare yourself. The future is closer than you think.
The human brain does 100 trillion calculations per second. By 2050, your desktop computer will have the equivalent processing power of 9 billion brains.
We're in the midst of a powerful acceleration in computer technology. And when computers gain artificial intelligence, thinking, reasoning, and communicating ideas like a human can, it will change everything. The question is, will machines dominate humans, or will we still control the Earth? At the center of the debate is the legendary futurist Ray Kurzweil.
Within 30 years, we'll have the hardware and the software to create superhuman intelligence. These machines will be vastly superior to unaided human intelligence. They may keep us around, but we won't be able to keep up with them. Actually, I think we'll use these machines to expand our own intelligence. So we won't have trouble keeping up with the machines. We're going to become the machines.
We're already becoming machines. We wear digital earpieces. We're useless without our wireless devices. Instead of just building bigger and faster computers, some scientists believe we should follow nature's example. If we let intelligence evolve, as it did in our brains, the computers will teach themselves.
We're making such great strides in understanding how our brains work. Artificial intelligence is inevitable.
Professor Larry Yeager was a consultant on the movie Terminator 2. He's created a computer program filled with digital creatures to see if he can get them to evolve intelligence. He calls his experiment Polyworld.
Polyworld is an electronic primordial soup experiment. These colored trapezoids are the critters of this world.
Right now, his electronic critters are about as smart as your average worm, with the equivalent of about 300 brain cells.
The bright green blocks are the pieces of food. They consume that food, they use the energy they get from it to live their lives.
His critters are wired with the basic biological imperatives of life: to survive and procreate. And their neural network brains can make simple decisions about how they do that.
It was just like, go forward, turn, eat now, mate now. The wiring diagram of their brain that drives all those behaviors is the main thing that evolves in Polyworld.
Each decision they make adds more information and experience to their tiny digital brains, information they can actually pass along to their digital offspring. And each generation is getting smarter about how they survive Polyworld.
We can have a computational worm evolve towards computational insects and mammals and computational lab rats and primates. By the year 2035, you could reasonably expect to have human-level intelligences running around in such a system.
And then what will happen? Will they be alive?
Certainly, as you get to something that's approaching human-level intelligence, you can't just pull the plug. Basically, I like to think that if a machine can ask you not to turn it off, then you shouldn't.
The key question we should ask ourselves is it intelligent? Is it capable of learning? And if the answer is yes, then we should extend the same privileges and rights to those non-carbon-based forms of intelligence that we currently extend to other fellow human beings.
Especially when robots start to look more and more human. And Professor Hiroshi Ishiguro is pretty sure they will. Because he's already been able to create such a humanoid, his own robot twin called Geminoid.
And the definition of a Geminoid is teleoperated android of existing person.
Geminoid is his exact double, not just in appearance, but in behavior. Professor Ishiguro uses motion capture sensors to duplicate his every move in his android self, even giving it his voice. And sophisticated actuators mirror Ishiguro's every twitch. It's so realistic, that it even creeps out Ishiguro himself.
When I first saw the Gemini moving, it was quite strange for me. I couldn't recognize that is my behaviors. My understanding to myself is very different from other people's understanding. So that was a very interesting experience.
Ishiguro envisions a day when his robot alter ego is given an artificially intelligent brain, allowing it to take on more of his teaching load.
We are going to have robot societies in a very near future.
Imagine a future full of realistic-looking humanoids whose intelligence rivals our own.
We are going to improve the robot technology more and more. The robot will be very human-like. Nobody knows which is which.